To have you here. Well, since the days of playing Lois Lane, you've been involved in all sorts of things, social concern things.
Basically, yes, basically the peace movement, and an awareness that started about 5 years ago and has grown now so that it seems to eclipse almost everything else in my life, which is that the awareness that we're headed down the road to Armageddon. And so I've been working a lot with various peace groups around the country, doing whatever I can.
What do you say to the people who say, I don't really care what an actress thinks about the peace movement? What qualifies you to speak to this or that? And
this is, this country, the democracy of this country is based on the fact that everyone has a right to free speech, including actresses. I don't think there's anything in the Bill of Rights that excludes actresses. And firstly, before being an actress or a celebrity, I'm a human being and I'm a mother and a citizen of this planet, and I think it's my right and my responsibility to speak.
You're raising your daughter, your 8-year-old daughter, to be free-thinking on her own, I would assume?
Well, raising
you want her
to
grow up to be like you? I mean, you've had a
well, my press and my life are not the same.
Really?
We all know how the press work, don't we?
Yes.
Being one of them.
Yes, yes.
So that often when things have been written about me, they certainly are much more colorful than the actual truth.
Now, you're not here to say that you're really docile and very domestic and kind of shy.
I'm not docile and domestic, and I am a little shy, but I'm not crazy and wild and freewheeling.
Why do you think the press portrays you that way?
Well, dealing with the press is hard, and I've grown up in the public eye since I was about 20 or 21 to a certain extent. And I had about a 2 or 3 year period in my life where I was extremely confused and extremely lost, like a lot of people in their 20s, and happened to get a lot of press at that point and said a lot of idiotic things. And once they got that, and we're talking 7, 8 years ago.
You look back at those
times.
The press
never let go.
You regret that just a little bit, having said some of those things and created that public image for yourself?
It does make you want to crawl under your bed and not come out.
Yeah.
But after a point, you have to dismiss it. One of the hardest things about fame is meeting people and they have a preconceived idea of who you are from what they've read, which is often half made up by reporters and half stupid things you've said, or things rearranged, and sometimes it's a problem.
Well, one of the advantages to fame is that you, with other famous actresses, can come together here in Boston or elsewhere to support your peace movement.
For example, recently in Boston, there was a dinner for a group for WAND, which is Women Against Nuclear Arms.
Right.
And because Jane Alexander and Meryl Streep were getting awards from Helen Caldicott, and because I was there, we were able to get a big press conference and a lot of press and get some information across that I think was valuable to the American public. So in that sense, that's the only thing fame's been good for, as far as I'm concerned, is that I can go on television, I can talk to reporters, I can go around at voter registration rallies, for example, and stand up and speak, and people will come initially to see what Lois Lane looks like, but then after that, hopefully, if one's intelligent and articulate, they'll listen to what you have to say.
Just anything to get them through the door before they hear the speech, right?
It's an honor to be able to use your fame that way. That's all it's good for, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, it's also valuable for getting other roles in movies. What can we look forward to in the next few months?
It's good business. I'm stopping acting for quite a while now.
Really?
I've been doing it for 19 years solid, and I'm tired.
Why? What are you going to do?
I'd like to... I've got 2 films in development as a producer, and I'd like to commit myself to the peace movement, certainly for the next 6 months.
Perhaps run for office yourself?
No, I would never do that. I can't see how the politicians that I know live up to the pressures that they're under.
Still outspoken.